Hi, I'm Heather Rodriguez. I'm a natural fertility specialist and founder of the Natural Fertility Company. My team and I help couples who are preparing for conception to overcome fertility issues, become healthier before they get pregnant, and I'm so happy you guys are joining me this morning. This is a super important topic. We're talking about egg health. All right, so for those of you who don't know me, who are new to my scopes, my name is Heather Rodriguez. I'm a natural fertility specialist, and my background is I'm an herbalist and nutritionist. That's my training. I've been doing this for, well over, is it really almost 20 years now? That's kind of crazy. So today's fertility scope is going to be all about egg health, but more specifically, because egg health is such a huge topic, more specifically, the supplements that you can use that have science behind them. We've seen huge results with our clients who've used them to help support egg health. So egg health is a very specific aspect of fertility, and it's one that actually I think any person should be concerned about who is trying to get pregnant, regardless of their age. But age does play a factor. As you guys have all heard, you know, as time passes on, the eggs are exposed to more things in our environment, to the state of our bodies, to our lifestyles, various things like that, and they can be affected. So one of the reasons that eggs can actually be affected through time and as we age is because the eggs in our body are actually cells. They are the largest cell in our body. Isn't that cool? If you look at pictures of eggs, there's this, I wish I had it on my phone. Maybe I can pull it up real quick. There's a picture of an egg that they injected dye into, and they took a picture of it, a microscopic picture, and it is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. I'm just gonna pull it up here real quick so you guys can see what your egg looks like, what a human egg looks like. Here it is. All right, so I hope you can see that. Can you see that? So this is a human egg where they have injected dye. It's a special something they did so they could take a picture of it. But you can see the nucleus, you can see the various parts of the cell. So that's what a human egg looks like when dye, so that they could take a picture of it, has been injected into it. I thought that was so cool. That is the stuff I'm looking for in life when I'm just hanging out. Yes, I'm a fertility dork, right? So that's a human egg. Which is the largest cell. Way cool. So that can have, so just like any other cell in the body, it's so cute. It is really cute. I like the colors, right? It's very, very pretty. So just like any other cell in the body, it can be affected by the state of our health, what we're exposed to, etc. So that is why egg health declines over time with age. So the current understanding of eggs and the amount of eggs we have in our body is that we're born with a finite amount. There's some new studies and some new, that's been done on mice that's saying that we might actually be able to grow new eggs, that there's actually stem cells there for producing more eggs. So we don't know for 100% sure if that's able to happen, how we can have impact on that. But something else that we do know that you can have a direct impact on is that you can have an impact on the health of your eggs. We can have an impact on the health of any cell within our body. But specifically eggs, the ovum, go through a specific cycle. And it's a 90-day cycle. And so what happens is what we're doing right now will impact the egg you're going to ovulate 3 months from now. So everything that you expose yourself to that's healthy, that's nutrient dense, oxygen, increasing circulation to your system, the type of energy you have in your life, stress, etc., can impact the health of your eggs. So you can have a positive impact or a negative impact. So this is very empowering because there's a whole bunch of different things that you can do to help support those eggs that are getting ready to be ovulated. So every month, let me know if you guys knew this. So every month there's actually about 120 eggs that come out of inertia or that come out of storage and come through the cycle to begin ovulating. So the follicles begin to mature, and as time goes on, some of the follicles pass away and the body chooses more specifically one egg, or as you get older, you tend to actually ovulate more than one egg. So you might ovulate 2 as you get older. And so a lot of eggs are getting prepared for that one cycle. Isn't that amazing? So, but then you end up generally with one egg. But anyway, so the whole point of egg health and helping to support it is you have an impact during that time. So just remember that 3 months is not that long. 3 months flies by. So that's something to think about. It's very similar for sperm health as well, except it's a little bit shorter amount of time, but it's very similar. Men constantly produce sperm though, so it is a bit different, but you can have an impact on the health of the sperm cells and during that time that they're maturing and growing and being prepared for being used. So a lot of the things are going to be the same too that you can apply, but this is going to be specifically for egg health, female egg health. So these are supplements that are going to help for both anyone who's going all natural, who's preparing for IVF. It does not matter because this is done ahead of time in preparation. Okay, so we'll get to the supplements. So the first thing is going to be to use a multivitamin. Yeah, this sounds super basic, you know, but there's a reason for it. There's a couple different things. One is that you need to make sure you have folic acid or folate in your system before you get pregnant, because it's very important to prevent spina bifida, which is a very common birth defect, unfortunately, that's due just to a nutritional deficiency. So the multivitamin that I love and that we use with our clients is going to be Fertile Women One Daily. This is what it looks like. Fertile Woman One Daily. This is 100% whole food multivitamin, and the reason that whole food is so important is the body recognizes it more. So what that means is that there's actually nutrients that are put into a food medium, and the food medium takes those nutrients into the cells, and then we take that food medium and we make this multivitamin out of it. This is the only multivitamin that is specific for women who are in their fertility journey. Fertile Woman One Daily by Fertilica. This is the only one that's specific for that. So multivitamin, foundational health, what you need to cover all of your bases. A good multivitamin is going to have a whole range of things in it. This has B vitamin, a range of B vitamins, vitamin D, super important. Iodine, very important for fertility. Do a Google or go to naturalfertilityinfo.com and look up iodine. Zinc, selenium, copper, all of these things are necessary for healthy fertility. So this is kind of just like your baseline foundational multivitamin. And I definitely proponent for a whole food multivitamin so that you can absorb everything that you're taking. And that is just a one a day. That's what's awesome about that one. You just take one capsule a day. Because with what the supplements we're going to go over today, you know, you're going to have a little regime. So that's what that looks like. Easy swallow. Easy peasy. Okay, so the next one's going to be antioxidants. Antioxidants are so important for egg health. There's a couple different reasons. The first one is, remember when I was saying how eggs are cells? They are the largest cell in our body. So cells are constantly under attack by free radicals in our system. So we want to help to protect the cell integrity, and we also want to help to protect the DNA that is within the ovum, that is within the egg, because we want that DNA to be as healthy and as intact as possible so the future child has every chance and has healthy DNA. So antioxidants are the way that you combat free radicals. So when you guys hear about antioxidants, let me know. Do you think, like when you hear antioxidants, do you think that, okay, there's this whole group of antioxidants and they all do the same thing? Or are you aware that different antioxidants do different things within the body? So for instance, some antioxidants might be vitamin C, vitamin E, pycnogenol, CoQ10, selenium. You know, because before I studied nutrition, whenever I heard the word antioxidants, I thought that just meant one thing. So, oh, that's an antioxidant. They all do the same thing. Green tea. So yeah, different ones do different things. I kind of had my mind blown when I was studying antioxidants in school. I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. So each one has a different function. So when it comes to fertility, it's important to get not only the group of antioxidants that are specific for fertility, but also a range of them, because they're going to have different functions within the body. So that's some news for you. A little fact of the day. So the supplement that we use for antioxidants is Choice Antioxidants. This is my newest product. Choice Antioxidants. And this is the only antioxidant blend that's specific for fertility. You'll see antioxidant blends, you go to the health food store, and there's going to be all these different blends put together, but none of them are specific for fertility. There'll be some things that are in there that'll be more, might be more supportive to brain health, or that might be more supportive to cardiovascular health, because that's a really big issue that people are going through. But this is the only one that has fertility-specific antioxidants. Oh, great. So you're using this. Fantastic. Yeah. So this is one of my absolute favorite products. How I formulated this is I've got antioxidants in the blend that help to support various aspects of the ovum, of the cell, as well as helping to make sure that the cells have enough energy, oxygen, and that they can resuscitate each other. So should you start the vitamins before you start with the fertility cleanse? I would say start fertility cleanse is step 1, and then the next month you would start on this protocol that I'm sharing with you today. So some of the antioxidants in this blend are going to be vitamin E, vitamin C, CoQ10, B6, selenium, and alpha lipoic acid. So all of these have a different purpose. One of the main ones I want to focus in on is going to be alpha lipoic acid and CoQ10 and vitamin C. So vitamin C in studies have been shown to help with luteal phase defect. Luteal phase defect is when after you ovulate and the time between getting pregnant and implantation occurring, or your period is too short, so there's not enough time for implantation to occur. Luteal phase defect. Vitamin C studies have shown help with that. CoQ10, I'm going to go into CoQ10 in just a second. Amazing for egg health, but a specific type. There's a couple types of CoQ10. I'm going to tell you which one is the specific one to look into. And then the last is going to be alpha lipoic acid. So alpha lipoic acid is an antioxidant that's kind of like the queen recycler. So each of these antioxidants in this blend have a sister antioxidant. They're like, hey, sister. And okay, so here's a little graph. So vitamin C goes and takes a free radical, right? And usually that vitamin C or that antioxidant will die after it's eaten a free radical or taken down a free radical. But what happens is a sister antioxidant comes along like alpha lipoic acid and resuscitates that vitamin C. So it's able to go back to work. So what happens is every day you're taking a antioxidant supplement, you are adding that to your body, but then they're helping to resuscitate each other. So you have this huge army of antioxidants in your system. It's a lot more complex than that, but I'm trying to simplify it so you can kind of get a vision of how they are working in the body and how using a group of them together is more important than using one alone because they can constantly resuscitate each other. So you just have this huge army of antioxidants. So this is choice antioxidants. We also use it for sperm health and protecting DNA of both the egg and the sperm. And then for luteal phase defect, this is going to be important. So choice antioxidants, this is 3 capsules per day. And then the capsules are, this is a fresh one. I have mine upstairs in the kitchen. I'll show you the size of the capsules because we do get people that email us and ask. So very, very doable. And it's very fresh. When you open it, you'll notice the smell because it is so fresh, which is very important for antioxidants. Good, I'm glad you're finding this helpful, Kamaria. Okay, so far we have multivitamin and choice antioxidants. And the next is going to be CoQ10 ubiquinol. Okay, so CoQ10, has anyone here heard of CoQ10? Has their RE told them about CoQ10? Kind of let me know where you guys are with CoQ10. If you've heard of it, type in 1 or say yes. And if it's new to you, say no, that you've not heard of it. Okay, great. So you guys have all heard of CoQ10. So this is probably from you doing research or from your doctors, which I hope it'd be so cool if you've been hearing it from your doctors. You haven't heard of it, Lorraine? Okay, great. No? Okay, so there's a couple things to know about CoQ10. The first is what CoQ10 does in the body is it's the main antioxidant that helps with energy. Oh, good. I love CoQ10, so you probably have heard about it from me. Okay, great. So it's one of the main antioxidants that's used for energy in the cell, that helps the cell to have energy to function. So that's key when you need your cells to work and to function. So, but the thing is with CoQ10 is it's one of the, we get it from our diet naturally, but it's one of the aspects of cells that actually reduces with age. So that is something that most people will want to look into supplementing as they get older, just in general, because it's a part of every cell in the body, not just your ovum. But CoQ10 has been shown through studies to improve egg health. It's one of the antioxidants that has been studied, and it also plays a key role in protecting DNA. So this is one that you actually might hear about if you ever go in for an RE appointment, a reproductive endocrinologist, the type of doctor that you would see for infertility. A lot of them are now starting to learn about this and suggest this. So there's 2 types of CoQ10, and I want to make sure that you're getting the right type. So the first is ubiquinone, and that's CoQ10. That's just normal CoQ10. And then there's ubiquinol. And so the difference between the two is when you take a substance or when there's a substance concentrated, it goes through stages of being broken down by the body. So the first stage would be ubiquinone, and then the body in the intestines breaks that down into ubiquinol. And ubiquinol is much more absorbable. So what I like to do is I like to make sure people are using ubiquinol because it's already broken down. It's the more absorbable. It's 8 times more potent than just CoQ10. So you want CoQ10 ubiquinol. ubiquinol, ubiquinol. much more absorbable, 8 times as absorbable as ubiquinol, which is just CoQ10. Is that clear? You guys get it? So as we age, the amount of it decline within our body, and it's going to be super important for supporting egg health. But you are going to need to be using it for a period of time because, yes, thank you for typing that. Because you're missing an eye. Here it is. Because, like I said before, it takes 3 months for the egg to be affected by what you're doing. So if you start taking this, say you're starting to take this in the next couple weeks, this is going to have an effect on the eggs you will be ovulating 3 months from now. Okay, so it's better to get started sooner than later. So that's ubiquinol, and the suggested use is going to be 1 to 3 capsules per day. The best way to take this is with food that contains fat. So you are taking trace antioxidants and CoQ10. Should you keep taking both? Yes. Oh, thank you for the spelling on that, Lorraine. Yes, so that you should be taking both. The reason is in trace antioxidants, we do have CoQ10, but it's in a small amount. When you're trying to make impact, because we use this product for a lot of different things. We use it for egg health, but we use it for a multitude of things. You want a higher dose when you're focusing on egg health and sperm health. So that's why I suggest this in addition, ubiquinol, because this is going to be 100 milligrams per capsule. So you want to do this in addition. And take it with food, something that's fatty. So it's absorbed because it's fat-soluble antioxidant. Thank you so much. I'm glad that you're finding this helpful. Yay for 2016 babies. Yeah, definitely. Let me take a sip here. Okay, so take it with fat. All of these things that I'm suggesting, we've got a couple more, I've got 3 more I'm going to go through. All of these things I'm suggesting, it can be taken with food. Ubiquinol is awesome for men too, definitely, Eddie. All of these things except for the multi, we have a men's multi, I would suggest that separately. All of these things that I'm going over, except for the multi and one other thing I'll mention here in a second, are going to be perfect for men. Okay, so far, multi, trace antioxidants, ubiquinol. Oh, yay, your daughter's turning 1. Oh my God. Oh, you're welcome. That's great. Yeah, my son just turned 1 too. His birthday was November 5th. Yeah. Okay, so the next nutrient. So the next nutrient is going to be one that actually it's not specific to egg health, but it is because of what it does to the body. So we're going to talk about L-arginine. L-arginine is an amino acid. Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, his name is Tobias. You guys actually might hear him. He's upstairs. So L-arginine. L-arginine is an amino acid that increases nitric oxide in the body, which in turn dilates the blood vessels, relaxes the blood vessels, and increases circulation to the reproductive system. Okay, so this is a supplement that helps to increase circulation to the reproductive system. The reason that is helpful and effective is the circulation, your blood is going to be what's taking all of these nutrients that you're taking, all the healthy foods that you're eating. Oh, I'll definitely get to that. All the foods that you're eating, all the oxygen that you're breathing because you're exercising, that is how you get nutrients to your cells, is through increasing nitric oxide in the system. So L-arginine should not be used by people who have herpes because it can trigger an outbreak. So that's something that you would avoid if you have herpes. What about aspirins? I generally don't tend to use aspirin because of its effects on the stomach. So there's some other things you could do instead of using L-arginine if you do have herpes, which would be exercise, self-fertility massage, and like castor oil packs, things like that, yoga, things that increase circulation in the system. But L-arginine works really well for those of you who are not experiencing that, not experiencing herpes. So L-arginine, fantastic for increasing blood flow. The next is going to be, this is a superfood. We're going into the superfood area for supporting egg health. And all of these supplements you can find at naturalfertilityshop.com, which is our store. And if you have questions about them, I'm going to stay on and answer questions, but you can also ask our team there. We have an amazing team. We have live chat, whatever you need. So the next supplement is going to be Maca. And I don't know if I can have a fertility scope go by where I don't talk about Maca. Because it's just so awesome. It is such a gift. So this is one of our macas. We have a couple different types and forms of maca. So this is Fertilica maca, our high potency. So maca is a nourishing food for the endocrine system. That's why I talk about it so much and we use it so much, is because everybody needs help. Yeah, needs help with supporting the endocrine system. So the reason that we focus so much on the endocrine system is included in that is going to be the pituitary gland, adrenal glands, ovaries, and thyroid gland. These are all a part of hormonal balance and hormonal function and secretions. So we, by helping to support the endocrine system, hormonal balance occurs, all the glands, all the messages, and everything's working. How this pertains specifically to egg health, though, is hormonal balance is necessary for the maturation of eggs and for ovulation to occur. So that's what triggers an egg to be chosen. That's what triggers an egg to begin to mature. That's what triggers an egg to ovulate. So by supporting the endocrine system, all of this is going to happen. So if you take it in a smoothie, do you still need to take a pill? No, you do not. So it comes in a pill form, it comes in a capsule form, and a liquid extract. Kamira just got her cycle after a year and 4 months with melatonin maca. Let's take a second and say, yes, that's awesome, girl. That's so great. I love that you guys are sharing your results and sharing what's happening for you. That's awesome. Wow, that was a long time, huh? Without a cycle. So glad it's back. So yeah, you can use, so it comes in capsule form, liquid form, and in a powder form. I use all of them depending on what's going on that day. Oh, Lisa, you're going to have a consultation with Maria. Oh, that's awesome. You are going to love it. Maria is fantastic. So what Lisa's talking about is we offer fertility consultations on the shop, Natural Fertility Shop. Oh, great. You are too. Yay, that's great. Oh, I'm so glad. Yeah, you're excited too. That's awesome. So we offer natural fertility consultations that are done through email. And what they are is we take your entire full, long, personal health history and put together a protocol that's specific to you and to what's going on for you. And it's we'll put together the program, and then there is a recording done by the herbalist that tells you and explains to you everything that's in your program and why. And it's a 3-month program that's put together specifically for you, and it's unbelievable. And it's just unbelievable, especially the price that we offer it at. It's like, it's pretty unbelievable because we want to help you and to be able to get access to the specific things that you need for what's right for you. So just, that's what she was talking about, and that's available to you. Okay, so on to maca. So we're supporting egg health through hormonal balance. And this maca you would use between 1,000 to up to 3,000 milligrams a day, depending on your body size. So you can use capsules, you can use powder, liquid, whatever you want. I use all of them for various reasons, just depending on what I'm doing that day. Because I personally do take a lot of supplements, I like to use liquids and powders whenever I can so that other things can be taken in supplement form very easily. So maca. One hint about maca is that I would suggest that you get the gelatinized. So there's a couple different types of maca. There's going to be straight up raw maca, which will be a very white powder, and it's just basically ground up maca root. It's very starchy and hard for some people to digest. The other type of maca, which is the one that we focus on, is gelatinized. And this means that the fiber has been taken out. It's much easier to digest, and it's much more potent. So it's actually a better deal because you're not buying just straight up fiber. So gelatinized maca is the way to go. So for instance, one capsule of this is going to have the equivalency of is 750 milligrams with the equivalency of 4,500 of maca root. So you just need to take one capsule of this and you'll be set. So maca. Okay, and the last one, guys, royal jelly. Has anyone here used royal jelly? Have you heard of it? Here's what this one looks like. We have a liquid as well. This is the capsules. And royal jelly is such a cool substance. Oh, use it in your smoothies. Awesome. I want Princess, will you share your smoothie recipe with everyone? Okay, so this is what it looks like. It looks like this because it's a liquid inside the capsules. That's why it looks like that, okay? So royal jelly is a substance that's produced by bees. It is not vegan. Yes, powder form. Okay, great. It is not vegan, just so you guys know. It does come from bees. And so what royal jelly is it's a substance that's fed to the queen bee that makes her the queen. That's the only difference from a queen bee and the rest of the bees when they're larvae, when they're bee babies, is she's just fed that, and that turns her into an egg-making machine. She will produce 2,000 eggs a year. In her lifetime, or I'm sorry, 250,000 eggs per year, 2,000 per day. Yes, you would take all of these supplements after completing the fertility cleanse. Yes. And actually, there's a deal. I should have told you guys at the beginning. I'm going to tell you how you can get everything 15% off. So she will go up and lay 250,000 eggs per year. And she'll go on to live about 5 to 7 years, whereas normal bees will live maybe a month, a little bit over a month. You use, okay, Princess, you're using the Easy Fertility Smoothie on the website. Great. Okay, perfect. So there's 2 different things that Royal Jelly is going to do, and the reason that you would use it for supporting egg health, it's super nutrient dense for one. So we want to infuse the body with nutrients, flood the body with nutrients. You're doing that from the fertility diet as well. Let me say that you want to be doing the fertility diet with all of this, okay? Very important. But it also helps to support uterine lining, which is going to be important for implantation. That's important for if you're going natural or going medical. Important for everyone to have healthy uterine lining. And it's also going to help, listen to this, it's going to help block the negative effects of BPA on uterine cells. So what that means in everyday us people talk is that it helps to block. So BPAs are found in plastic. Like everyone, is it BPA free? Is it BPA free, right? You guys have heard of that. So BPAs are a substance that's found in plastic that's a xenohormone. And it mimics estrogens, but it's very strong acting. It's a lot stronger acting than a phytoestrogen or the estrogen in our system. So it goes into the estrogen receptor site and it triggers it, but it has a strong trigger and a strong reaction. Royal Jelly has recently been found to help inhibit that effect from the plastics in our environment. Do you guys understand how huge that is? That's huge. We have so much plastic. We're exposed to so much plastic day in, day out. You know, I talk about it a lot. Exactly. And so it helps to inhibit the negative stimulating effect of that xenoestrogen. I don't know. I geek out on this stuff. I thought that was absolutely amazing. So with Royal Jelly, nutrient-dense superfood, helping to reduce the effects of xenoestrogen on the body from BPA. I'd like to assume it might be doing it from these other types as well. And it's also going to support uterine lining. Okay, so that's you're going to take 1 capsule 2 times a day if you're using ours, the Fertility brand. Yeah, we all need to fight xenoestrogens, no matter what our estrogen levels are. Even if they're low or high, we're exposed to a lot. Does pregnancy prep contain maca? Yes, it does. It does. It contains it in a small amount. I probably would take it in addition. Okay, so all of these supplements come in a kit that we put together called OvaWise Egg Health Kit. And how many milligrams a day of what? Clear Insights of Royal Jelly. It's going to be different depending on the brand because ours is freeze-dried. So it's taken fresh and dried instantly. So it's going to be more potent than if someone powders it, dries it. So it depends on the type that you're taking. But for ours, you're going, this one is going to be equivalency of 1,000 milligrams. So that's what, for a lot of natural things, we focus on probably 1,000 milligram dosage. So 1 soft gel of this is what you would need, 1,000 milligrams. And you want to make sure it's from a freeze-dried, fresh source. So all of these are included in a kit called the OvaWise kit. And if you get them together in one kit, it's 15% off. So you save a lot by getting them together because that's how they should be used. To recap, there's a multivitamin Fertile Woman 1 Daily. There is Choice Antioxidants, what is our fertility-specific antioxidant blend. There's ubiquinol, which is specific for egg health, ubiquinol. And then we've got L-arginine, which is going to help increase circulation to the uterus. And then our 2 superfoods, which is going to be Maca. That light is bright, huh? Maca and Royal Jelly. And a lot of people have been asking about when to take this before or after the fertility cleanse. Ideally, the program that we generally do and work with egg health is going to be month 1, fertility cleanse, and focus on the fertility diet. Month 2, 3, and 4, you would do the OvaWise Egg Health Kit or a combination of these products that I taught about. All right, guys. All right. Have a beautiful day. I will see you tomorrow.